From his debut in the DCU with Black Adam to the major change-up that ruined his plans of starring in a Black Adam Superman crossover movie, here's how Dwayne Johnson reacted to Henry Cavill's cancelled DCU Superman return. Cavill's appearance in Black Adam set up what could potentially have been a blockbuster movie franchise for both stars.
It's a fantastic
It's only
feeling.
when you're with somebody else.
I think the thing with that is when if someone is disrespectful to the person who I'm with by...
He was originally set to reprise the Superman role in a belated Man of Steel sequel after that brief cameo in Black Adam's mid-credits scene. But then, James Gunn and Peter Safran were appointed co-chairs and co-CEOs of DC Studios in late 2022, and plans changed. They axed Man of Steel 2 entirely in favor of rebooting the Superman franchise. That's when Cavill was ousted as the DCU's Superman. Why? Because the new heads wanted the next Superman movie to follow the adventures of a younger version of the last son of Krypton. Johnson, who'd been working for 15 years to get Black Adam made, finally addressed the whole thing on the Oscars red carpet this year. Here's part of what he said. "We put our best foot forward to deliver the best movie we could." He also said that it had nothing to do with the reception of Black Adam because according to the movie's audience score, people enjoyed it a lot. He went on to compare the whole thing to having a pro football team with an outstanding quarterback and exceptional coach. He added, then a new owner comes in and says, "Not my coach, not my quarterback," before going with someone new. Johnson was of course referring to the new DC Studios bosses. Previously, the Black Adam star revealed that he fought extremely hard for Cavill's DCU return, praising Cavill as our generation's Superman. And that worked, sure, but just for that one short cameo. So yeah, they got rid of Cavill, and there wasn't a great deal of good news in store for Johnson either. His hopes of laying the groundwork for his own DCU were also dashed. Like I said, he'd been working for 15 years to make Black Adam, all because he was hoping to develop a relationship between Black Adam and Superman for multiple films in the future. He kind of got the go-ahead when Superman got that mid-credit scene in Black Adam, and if the DC bosses hadn't been replaced right after Black Adam opened in theaters, it might just have happened. Unfortunately though, that's not how things went. James Gunn and The Rock connected later, and Gunn confirmed that Black Adam was not going to be in their first chapter of storytelling. On the bright side though, DC and $7 did agree to continue exploring the best way to utilize the character in future chapters. So at least he still gets to be part of the universe. The future isn't as bright for Cavill. Times seem to be tough for the star. According to Cavill himself, he talked about returning as Superman during Black Adam, revealing that it was definitely a top moment in his career. He explained that he'd gotten the call while he was on The Witcher. After they pursued him for a bit and gave him the dates for shooting, he was persuaded.
You're scared of me because you can't control me. You don't. And you never will. But that doesn't mean I'm your enemy.
Of course, he had to get clearance from The Witcher's production first, but he couldn't exactly tell them why he needed it because of how top secret the Black Adam project was at the time. Up until that time, Warner Brothers executives wanted to focus on Superman moving forward. They hired Gunn and Safran to head the entire franchise. At the same time though, reports started going around claiming that fans shouldn't be too excited to see Cavill return.
Instead of battling the king, instead of saving Kahndaq, Harut chose to say.
At that point, the actor hadn't signed any contracts as yet. As we all know, Cavill did reprise his role at the end of Black Adam, but little did he know that would be his last time wearing the suit and cape. Soon after, Cavill wrote out a sad post on Instagram stating that he wouldn't be returning as Superman. He talked about how hard this news was, particularly for him because he'd been told to announce his return back in October, before they hired Gunn and Safran. He ended the post by stating that he respected their decision and wished them the best of luck for developing the new DCU further.
She was my world, and you took her from me. This is Clark Kent from the Daily Planet.
And that's not even the worst of it. Cavill lost yet another huge role at the same time. He was replaced by Liam Hemsworth as Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher, shortly before losing his role as Superman. Before announcing his return as Superman and the consequent loss of the same role, Cavill had posted about leaving The Witcher. He'd wrote that he'd been giving up his medallion and sword to the younger Hemsworth brother for Season 4, and that Season 3 was going to be his last as Geralt. He also wrote that he greatly treasured the time he'd spent embodying what he referred to as the greatest of literary characters. At the same time, though, he said he looked forward to seeing what the new actor would do in his stead.
He is all good and he cannot be all-powerful. And neither can you be. They need to see the fraud you are. With their eyes.
There's been no official word on why the actor exited the role, but many people thought they had an idea. They assumed that he probably decided to leave based on being asked to return as Superman. The timeline certainly fits. If that's true, then the whole thing is especially heartbreaking, because if so, then he might have just lost 2 roles of a lifetime, all within the span of the same year. Since Liam was announced as the new Geralt, the creators have confirmed that there's no longer any chance of Cavill returning. They say that, sure, he was a great Geralt, but they also believe that Liam's going to be just as good. Fans certainly don't buy it. They've been rallying behind Cavill, demanding for creators to bring him back as Geralt, but I don't think that's going to happen at this point.
Hate. Our hate is the pain she needs to grow stronger. Let's not give her what she wants.
And if you think that's where Cavill's bad luck ends, think again. Since all this, rumors have persisted that Cavill's cameo in yet another upcoming DCU blockbuster may have been scrapped. I'm talking about The Flash. Cavill was supposed to appear as Superman opposite Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, Sasha Calle's Supergirl, and Michael Keaton's Batman, all during The Flash's finale. Sources close to The Flash claim that this scene is no longer in the film, with a completely new ending taking its place. The ending allegedly replaces all characters from the initial scene with a single mystery character tied to the DCU's distant past.
Get the right information, get the right knowledge from someone who knows their stuff, but also do fitness your way, whatever you enjoy doing, and you'll get the most out of it.
All that being said, you might think that Cavill's relationship with Gunn and Safran would have gone down the drain, right? Apparently, there's no hard feelings. Despite Cavill's tenure as the Man of Steel seemingly coming to a close, Gunn has insisted that he and the British star still have a positive relationship. Gunn has said that the two have talked since the cancellation of Man of Steel 2's Cancellation, and they are all good. Then again, that was the same story we got from the creators of The Witcher. They also said that the actor exiting the role was an amicable decision. But with every story on the matter, there seemed to be more going on behind the scenes. There's some good news though. The DC Studios co-head revealed that he and Cavill had talked about the possibility of Cavill taking part in other non-Superman DCU projects in the future. As of now though, the actor isn't officially attached to any upcoming DC Studios movies or shows.
He wants to do everything in the ultimately right way.
Yep.
And as a president, I'm sure there are hard and tough decisions to make, which I think is more Batman's field.
That's all I've got for you on Dwayne Johnson's reaction to Henry Cavill's cancelled Superman return.
Now the cameras are waiting at your ship for the world to see the holes in the holy. Yes, the Almighty comes clean about how dirty he is when it counts. To save Martha, bring me the head of the bat.